2024 is likely to sneak up on us with how great some of these TV shows might be. What's going on, guys? I'm Chris, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going through my top 10 most anticipated TV shows of 2024. Now, I want to put a little disclaimer out there. Some of these are speculatory, meaning they don't have a set-in-stone release date, but the creators of the show or writers have teased, oh, it might come out in 2024. So I'm just going to take that and run with it and say, you know what? I'm marking this as a 2024 release, because with TV, we just don't know a lot of the times until a few months away from its release. So a few of these don't have 2024 release dates, while others do, so it's going to be a fun little guessing game. But before I get in this list, be sure to hit that like button, it helps out more than you guys know, and comment down below your most anticipated shows of 2024. Subscribe and hit that notification bell to help me reach my goal of 100,000 subscribers here on the channel. It would mean a lot. And go show some love to the Unusual Couple of podcasts for weekly episodes all throughout 2024. We have a ton of fun with it over there. So at number 10 on my list is Skeleton Crew. This is a Star Wars Disney Plus series with Jude Law in the main role, I believe. And the reason I'm excited is because when Star Wars television has a unique concept with a new group of characters, that's when it usually excels. The Mandalorian is a prime example. Andor, I know, is about Cassian, who's from Rogue One, but it still introduces this new world of characters. With Skeleton Crew, there is unlimited potential. I am sick of Star Wars having to be confined to the Skywalker saga. My pitch has always been just do projects outside the timeline whenever the hell you want. I'm not sure if this project will follow suit. I feel like they're going to end up trying to tie it into some project somehow, but on paper, I like the concept. On IMDb, the plot description says 4 kids make a mysterious discovery on their home planet that leads them to get lost in a strange and dangerous galaxy. Jude Law is playing one of the characters. Carrie Condon is on the cast list here, Academy Award nominated actress. So I think it's about this young group of kids who make some discovery, and I'm just curious to see smuggling in Star Wars and just an adventure. Now, I don't know if this show's going to be any good. That's kind of the point of making an anticipated list. We're just basing this off of things we know. I've seen the logo, and I think they released one picture from the show. I'd imagine we'll get a trailer probably on Star Wars Day. That's just a guess I have, but I'm curious to see what they have cooked up here. That's why it just backs into this list. And coming at number 9 is another Star Wars show, The Acolyte. This has been one that's been talked about for years now, that's set before The Phantom Menace. It will be the earliest canon Star Wars content we've ever seen, I want to say, aside from a Tales of the Jedi episode. But when it comes down to The Acolyte, it's set prior to The Phantom Menace, which means we're exploring an even older era of Star Wars that has so much untapped potential. I feel like within new Star Wars content, they're always trying to fill in the gaps between, episodes 3 and 4, episodes 6 and 7. There's so much in this Skywalker saga timeline that you can explore. So if you're obligated to make Star Wars content in this timeline, go way before or way after everything so that it's not going to have some ramifications, and just have fun with it. Explore ideas of the Jedi and Sith and what is right and wrong in the world, and I am so down for that. This has the potential to be one of the better Star Wars projects if done right. Again, we know pretty much nothing about it. It's been in development for years now. I remember, was it the end of 2019 or 2020 they announced this, so it's been quite some time now, and I think it's finally coming out in 2024. Very curious to see what they have cooked up for us, because original Star Wars content, just its own confined, unique story, usually is a winner. At number 8 on my list, I've got Echo. This is the MCU Disney Plus show that comes out in only a matter of weeks now. The reason it's on this list is because of the TVMA rating. The marketing for this looks brutal. It looks to have that Netflix Marvel tone with Daredevil and the Punisher. You've got Kingpin in the picture here. Daredevil himself, Matt Murdock, is in the picture here. Obviously, I'm curious to see how they continue Echo's story, but this is going to play a bigger role in setting up Daredevil Born Again and other MCU projects, so that alone has me excited. I'm sold. I mean, this is going to be the first R-rated MCU content, technically, which is crazy to say, but it's true. TVMA equals R-rated. It seems like the MCU is welcoming this more. We're going to have Deadpool 3 be R-rated. They're saying Blade might be R. They're saying Thunderbolts might be R. They're even saying Daredevil Born Again might be TVMA, which is, to me, is the only way to go about that character, especially for bringing in Jon Bernthal's Punisher. So that trailer for Echo really sold me, and I have high hopes for this to be one of the stronger outings from the MCU in terms of TV. Now, at number 7 on my list, I've got Invincible Season 2 Part 2. What's interesting is I actually haven't watched Part 1. I'm waiting until Part 2, and I'm going to watch the episodes right before, so I don't know what happens. I've heard nothing but great things. I watched Invincible Season 1 back in 2021, not long after it came out, and I really dug it. I've just been meaning to rewatch it leading up to season 2, and I've been waiting weeks to catch up on Invincible, but there's no point in doing it right now because I know they're going to drop more episodes, so I might as well just wait, watch them, and then watch the new season. Not much else to say about that, except I'm curious to see what happened in those first 4 episodes of season 2. I've heard great things online, and I've avoided spoilers. At number 6 on my list, I've got Bridgerton season 3. I watched Bridgerton for the first time last year with my girlfriend, and she's a huge Bridgerton fan. She reads the books, she watches the show all the time. It's like her comfort show. And so I was like, I'll finally watch it with you. And I ended up liking it, so I'm curious to see what they do. Now they're exploring Colin and Penelope this season. Not crazy about Colin nor Penelope, so could easily be the weakest season of Bridgerton, but we're still going to get some Anthony content, some Benedict content. My girlfriend's favorite is Benedict, so I kind of like him naturally. Bridgerton just has this vibe that I can't really describe. It's like one of the few period piece type of shows that I actually like, and there's some drama in this show. There's some backstabbing, double crossing, but at its core, it's a romance. You get to see people fall in love over the course of seasons, or not. And season 3, while I do think has the potential to be the weakest, and they are splitting it into 2 parts, which I'm not crazy about, I'm still anticipating it, and I'm looking forward to what they have in store for seasons 4 and 5. Benedict's season next, Eloise's next, we'll have to wait and see. At number 5 is one of those shows that doesn't have a release date, but it's speculated to come out in 2024, and that is The Penguin. This is going to hit HBO Max, now Max, I guess, and it's from the mind of Matt Reeves, starring Colin Farrell as the Penguin. It takes place in the world of The Batman. That is my favorite Batman movie, so anything that explores that world, sign me the hell up. We got like a brief teaser trailer for this a while back, and man, does Colin Farrell look unrecognizable yet again, playing this head mobster. In fact, the whole show looks like it's going to be a mobster dark drama show, which is just fitting the vibe of that Gotham City so well. Can't help but be excited for this. I really hope it ends up coming out in 24, though I have a sneaking suspicion it's not going to be until 25, but I said screw it, I'm putting it on this list anyway. Maybe we can manifest a 2024 release date. At number 4 on my list is House of the Dragon Season 2, which is for sure coming out in 2024 in the summer, and man does it feel good to have Game of Thrones content back. House of the Dragon Season 1 ended on a cliffhanger of sorts. A tragedy occurred, and now we are going to be dealing with the aftermath of that in Season 2, and based on the marketing, we're slowly building up to a big showdown, and some battles are going down. The tension is the highest it's been in this show. Season 1 was structured in a way that gave us a lot of depth to Rhaenyra and Alicent, and then we ultimately saw how their relationships both went down. Things are getting serious. They laid the groundwork in Season 1. Blood will be shed in this season, and Game of Thrones is back, baby. If you haven't watched House of the Dragon but you like Game of Thrones, I highly recommend it. It's got that early Game of Thrones feel where characters are outsmarting each other. There's a lot of that early Game of Thrones politics involved. They're playing the Game of Thrones in a way, so you just gotta watch it. Can't wait. At number 3, I've got The Boys Season 4. The Boys is one of the stronger shows on TV right now. I haven't watched Gen V. I will watch it prior to The Boys Season 4, but this season of The Boys has to be the penultimate season in my opinion. I think Season 5 needs to end it because Homelander can't keep getting away with this, to quote Jesse Pinkman. I don't want this show to become too repetitive where our main characters devise a plan to kill Homelander and he gets away. This season's interesting though because Homelander is sort of viewed as a hero in a way after the horrific acts that take place at the end of Season 3. The creators on Twitter have been teasing some absolutely batshit crazy moments, which doesn't surprise me. It's The Boys, for God's sake. Jeffrey Dean Morgan has been added to the cast. Will Soldier Boy play a role here? Who's to say? I'm so ready. I gotta watch Gen V. I know I'll love it before this, obviously, but I can't wait for The Boys Season 4. My top 2 spots are both speculatory, but they have a very good shot of coming out in 2024. My runner-up is The Bear Season 3. We got a season in 2022, we got a season in 2023. Let's make that 3 years in a row with 2024. There are reports recently saying that it will be hitting FX and Hulu in 2024, so we'll have to see if that holds. But I really need this season now. The Bear Season 2 is my favorite TV show of 2023. It's one of my favorite shows ever, honestly. It's just so cleverly written, and I need to know how they're going to continue Season 3. We have to see the aftermath of the ending and like the dynamic between characters, the state of the restaurant, Carmi's mental health, like everything. We have to see what's going to continue. I also hope we get some more flashback episodes this season exploring Carmi's family and other relationships because that's where The Bear excels, bringing in some big guest stars and supporting roles. I cannot wait to see what they have in store, and The Bear, if you haven't seen it, I can't recommend enough. It's one of my favorite shows ever, arguably. But taking the top spot as my most anticipated show of 2024, with a really good chance to come out in 2024, is Cobra Kai Season 6. The writers on Twitter recently recently have been saying they're really hoping to get it out in 2024 with filming starting up soon, and I firmly believe they can do it, even if it's in December. Now, I know they said September to November would be ideal so they can get it out before that Karate Kid movie, but all that's to say, this is the final season of Cobra Kai, a show that I started up in 2022 and fell in love with. It's a legacy sequel done right as it pays homage to Mr. Miyagi and continues the arc and journey of our characters from the main trilogy, but also introduces a whole new generation of young kids to be in Cobra Kai and Eagle Fang in Miyagi-Do. And I just can't get enough of this world. It's a hilarious show at times, but seeing Johnny Lawrence turn his life around and seeing Daniel and Johnny make amends over the course of these seasons just hits different, and it makes me appreciate the original trilogy so much more, especially the first film. But the most impressive thing about Cobra Kai is how I'm all in on these younger characters like Sam LaRusso and Miguel Diaz, Robbie Keane and Hawk. All these characters' stories are almost more interesting than the older generation now, which is cool. This is like a new generation's Karate Kid. This show embraces the cheesiness. You've got these over-the-top fights, awesome just villainous presences, and Terry Silver and Kreese. But this is like a comfort show for me. I love to theorize and speculate who could win Sekai Taikai, how big and bad are we going to get in that final season, who's to say. It'll be fun to talk about that as we lead up to this final season. But Cobra Kai is a comfort show to me. It'll be bittersweet watching it end, and I just wish I could have been along for the journey longer. I started it only in 2022, and now it's coming to an end likely in 2024. I have full faith that the creators will stick to landing in season 6, making for an all-time show, one that I can rewatch for years to come. Cobra Kai never dies. But those are just my top 10 most anticipated TV shows of 2024. Of course, Stranger Things is probably coming out in 2025. You already know that'll be number 1 on that list. But drop your most anticipated shows of the year in the comments down below, and be sure to hit that like button, subscribe and hit that notification bell to help me reach my goal of 100,000 subscribers here on the channel. It would mean a lot. And go show some love to the Unusual Couple podcast for weekly episodes with myself and my girlfriend Kim. We have tons of fun with it over there. But that's going to do it. Stay tuned for more videos coming very soon. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.